You ready for your Lucky Charms? How about it? We got St. Patrick's Day today. We're going to show you some techniques on things to make to give you little accents around your home, to show you some ideas on how to take and use the greens of the basic. This is like a little spider plant. I've got a golden green container. St. Patrick's Day items have a lot of gold in it. We've got the gold coins. We've got the little coins we're going to take and we're going to make picks out of. So you want something gold. You don't just want all green. You want it to look really, really cute. And what I'm going to show you is how to make little inserts. I've taken just the end of my ribbon that I had left, the deco mesh, and I looped it about 3 or 4 times, make like a 4-leaf clover or a 3-leaf clover, whatever you got left, that can be that. I've added the piece around it, the wire in the wooden pick, and I wrap the pipe cleaner around it to make it real tight, so when it goes down in your arrangement, it'll be something really cute. So it's something that's going to just kind of be right down in the front, and we'll work around it. Another one I've taken, these are the little foam pieces that you can decorate with. Well, I hot glued one on a pick on each side, so that gives you an idea too. So these are different things that we can take. I'm going to take another one here and show you real quick before we start. That way when we have them all done, we can stick them in there. And these are the little gold. This one says a 4-leaf clover for good luck. Well, who doesn't need good luck, really? We're going to take this one here, add a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to add it to the wooden pick. These wooden picks are about 7 inches long. They also come in about 3 inches long. I usually buy all the big ones because then I can always cut it off and use a sharp one. But if you need the long ones and you only bought the short ones, then you've got to hot glue them all together. So I'm going to take and put one more on the back, kind of give you an idea. You can make your own decorations. You don't have to go and spend all your money on all the decorations. And also, this one here, it'll be a more of a dimensional one. So this will be another one that we'll add to it. Alrighty, since I've got these greens, and I also have some ivy greens. And this one here, I'm going to use a little bit of my pick machine to give it some. And if you haven't seen the pick machine, this is something I show in some of my videos. It's a machine that puts a metal pick on it. These here are really cool. You can purchase them online. You can also pick those up, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. I'm not affiliated with them, but if they'd like to pick me up on my videos, they sure can do that. This one here, we're going to add some natural greens because St. Patrick's Day is kind of in between, like Mardi Gras is over and then St. Patrick's Day comes and then your spring's coming. So you might want to take the St. Patrick's Day pieces out of this later and then make that onto a spring one. Nothing's prettier than a little bit of ivy mixed with it. So these are just kind of odds and end pieces that I had left over. This makes a nice little sharp pick. Be very careful with it. They're like little razor blades. I'm going to turn this around to kind of get an idea. And I also, when I put my foam and my moss in the bottom, I put my duct tape first, glued that to the bottom. Then I glued my foam on top so that it won't pop out, because anything you got glass or metal or anything like this on the tin inside, that's going to come right off if you put a little pressure on it. So I'm just kind of giving you some ideas so that once you get it all put together, and it's usually that last piece you put in and it pops out. Now make sure that you guys like and share and subscribe to my page, and with that, we also want you to follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook at Creations by Susan. There's lots and lots of ideas that you can pick up there. I have a lot of ideas on different videos that you'll want to see. I'm sure I've got that video out there making bows, making different arrangements. But when you go to Creations by Susan K, you'll see all the different ones on there. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of my green. This one here is the carnations. And when I bought them, they came with a couple little gold coins. So we're going to add those to it. I'm going to turn it around here. And when you see these items, if you like them and you'd like to purchase them, I am on Etsy and I sell all of my arrangements on Etsy. So make sure you go over there and check out Etsy to see those. If you have any comments or anything that you're not sure that I'm making and how to do it, please comment on there and I'll be glad to answer you back. There is so many techniques, so many ideas through the years that I have taught and have done floral design. I have learned so many things from different people too. So always share your ideas. And don't keep it a secret. Share it with people. Because the more you give, the more you get back. And that's just how I have felt, and I've learned so many things. Now this is too sharp, so I'm going to do it a double pick on there. I have shared and shared and shared and showed people where I had worked before. As I'd sit there and make the flower arrangements, people would come by and I'm like, here, let me show you how I made this. Let me show you how I put it in there. Or if I'm making a wreath, like the deco mesh wreath. I'm going to show you one here. Real quick, we're going to stop. I'm going to show you a deco mesh wreath that I made. This one here is with the real pretty yellows for the spring, and I'd added all the spring colors. But I was making one day, and a lady walked by, and she's like, how are you putting that together? She couldn't tell. It's a straw wreath. Then I take and make sure you leave the plastic on the straw wreath, and I was looping and pinning it. So go back and look at some of my videos, and you'll see. And then I was able to take and poke in the straw wreath. I didn't use the foam. My experience with my foam wreaths, when I had used them, it was like I was halfway or almost finished. As I poked everything in, my foam wreath broke in half. So that's why I stuck with the straw wreath. Okay, we are going to make a few different things here, and I want to make sure you check out my large bow video. That one is really, really a cool one. It's showing you how to make car bows and bows for weddings and receptions, bows for packages. If you're going to a birthday party or a wedding shower and you want something to really stand out and unique, make a nice big bow and add some really cute accessories to it. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. I want you to see so far lots of greens, so definitely St. Patrick's Day. But again, we can pull out the actual green St. Patty's Day items and make this into spring also. Now I'm going to use this little piece here. This is going to give it a definite pop. When you use something this big down in front, you got to bring something up high to get an idea too. Okay. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to add the metal picks to this one here, and this is going to give me my height. All right, if I need a little bit taller, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a wooden pick to this, and then I'm going to wrap the little wire around it. Then I'm going to show you, I have floral tape. Does anybody use floral tape? This is the one when you go to buy it, you think it's sticky. Well, it's not sticky until you stretch it. See how that came down? That makes it sticky, and that's what makes it stick to your pieces. If you don't stretch that, that will not stay on there. So I am kind of doing it as a diagonal, and then I'll stop. You don't have to do the whole thing. You really don't want to do the whole thing. You want your wooden pick to go in. Wood goes inside something, and it kind of swells up, and it stays in there. So I'm going to take and go back and make sure you're stretching it, because that's going to stay on there. I needed a little bit taller one. Okay, I got to find a hole down here because I got a lot of stuff in there. Now, so far, all right, I'm going to turn this back around. So far, this is what I got. Since I got something big over here, I need to add things over here. Now, we've got a few more little pieces here to go in, and we're finished with this one. And you can go on and on and on. You can make this as big as you want it to be, or you can take and you can make it small. I'm going to take this one. Think about where you're putting it. Remember, if you're going it on a table where you're sitting, eating, make sure you decorate it all the way around. If it's one-sided, as you walk in your home, you got a pretty entryway table, and you're going to take and you're going to put it like this. But you want to take and make sure that you fix it to wherever it's going to be, because you don't want to not be pretty if you're using it one-sided. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to add a little bit out here. Okay, I got my wire pick caught in my deco mesh. There. Working with deco mesh has its pros and cons. It's fun to do, but you got to make sure when you're working with them that you can get everything around it or above it, because if you don't, it gets tangled in there and it's kind of hard to work with. Now I got to use my pick that I made. And I know it's going to need some height. Now you can add a lot of pretty white to this. Oh my goodness, white is so pretty in with the pieces. So here you go. This is your natural greens, and this is a little St. Patrick's Day for you. And it's something different. Now, one more thing I want to show you before I close off. I want to show you the different pieces that coordinate with it. So when you go on Etsy and you want to see the pieces that we have for sale, this is a burlap piece that we made with the straw. And there is a video teaching you how to make a burlap wreath, so you can kind of see up close all the fun things I put on there. That one's a really pretty one too. And there's one more. I want to show you the deco mesh. Since you have deco mesh with this, if you want it to match in, the same way I used the straw wreath, and I used all the fun pieces and used the light green, if you notice. That's the light green instead of the dark green. I have fun with that light green. It's really pretty. Okay, remember, if you have questions, don't forget to ask, and remember to go on Etsy and you'll be able to see all the things that are for sale that you can purchase. Thank you and have a good day.